Well, good day, everybody. This is Charmaine Miller, your running partner on this journey of continual learning and personal growth. Happy New Year to you all. Yes, you made it. Woo-hoo-hoo. Now that means there is so much more purpose for you to fulfill, and there's still a huge difference. I mean, a huge difference that you can make in the lives of others. So I'm glad you've decided to keep tuning in so that we can learn, lead, and live with passion together. As we are just a few days into this new year, I don't want to speak to you about resolutions or goals. Some of you probably will turn up your noses just hearing that, right? No, I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk to you about something even more important than and more critical to your success and your growth. I want to chat with you for a few minutes about habits. Yeah, you heard me right, habits. You see, you can write those smart or even those smarter goals using the guidelines that many experts advocate, but unless you develop the right habits to help you move towards those goals, you will never achieve them. You see, we can never change our lives until we change something that we do daily. So to change what we've been experiencing, then obviously we have to change our habits, right? Really and truly, that's all it takes, Think about it. Jesus, the leader of all leaders, he had a daily habit of prayer. Bill Gates, one of the richest men alive, he has a daily habit of reading and getting in at least 7 hours of sleep each night. Oprah Winfrey, sure you know her, the talk show guru and philanthropist. She runs on her treadmill and she spends 20 minutes meditating every morning. As you can see, these people are successful because they have adopted successful habits. Now, what habits must you adopt to achieve the life you want? Do you need to drink more water every day? Sounds simple, huh? Serious though. Do you need to walk for 30 minutes 3 times per week? Maybe adopt a daily reading or writing regimen. To my educators, my fellow educators out there, maybe you might need to adopt a habit of planning those lessons before you leave school on Friday. Or maybe try smiling more so your students see you as approachable. Perhaps you might even consider reflecting on your lessons at the end of each day, or finding inspiration and information by tuning into these videos each week. Hint, hint. Whatever it is, just choose one habit at a time, all right? You don't want to bite off more than you can chew. And then, of course, if you do that, you push yourself into frustration and drive yourself to abandon the habit before you even have a fair chance to make it happen. So just one, okay? It could be related to your health, It could be related to your spiritual life, your career, your family. The key is to choose an area of your life that perhaps would make the most significant impact for you right now. See, for me, right now, I'm focusing on becoming more consistent with waking up early. Yeah. You see, this habit is significant for me because it will enable me to adopt several other habits that I can get done early while everyone is still asleep. You know what that is? So this habit is huge for me right now. So I have to get more disciplined, more habitual in getting up early. Well, I should say earlier. Now, because we become what we repeatedly do, as Aristotle has said, I want to give you 3 quick tips on how to form good habits this year. This will put you on track to achieving more goals than you ever had before. Now, when we're looking at forming habits in order to achieve a goal you have in mind, then we need 3 things. And of course, I like alliteration to help us remember, so I'm going to give you some TRs, some T words, okay? The first thing you need is a track. Now, typically a track, when you think of a railroad track, is a path you can follow, right? You see, so you have to have what I call a compelling vision. A track, a path, a compelling vision of what it is you want to see happening in your life. I mean, if you don't know what you want, then anything will do, right? So what is it? What is it you desire? This is what I mean when I say you need a track. Sometimes you might need to look for an existing track. And by that I mean you might have an existing good habit that you can build on for better results. Take, for example, if you already have a habit of, say, reflecting on your day, perhaps now you can add the habit of writing these reflections in a journal. So you have the habit already, so you're going to now adopt the habit of writing it in your journal, or perhaps Develop the habit of using these reflections to create maybe a helpful article for other educators or other persons in your work area. So get on track by figuring out what the compelling vision is you have for yourself. That's the first T, track. The second thing you need for this habit formation is you need a trigger. Yeah. To get your habit formation going, you've got to develop effective triggers. These are the mechanisms that you put in place to activate your habit. For example, I keep a bottle of water next to my bed so that the first thing I do when I wake up is I drink 16 ounces of water just to jumpstart my metabolism. Now, I also take a bottle of water with me everywhere I go. Trust me, I have my bottle now, and I have that no matter what. See, seeing the bottle gives me a trigger to know that I must drink more water. And of course, that's my option. In fact, that's my favorite drink. Now, another example to help me with my fitness goal, I set my Fitbit watch right here to vibrate 10 minutes every hour before the hour to remind me to move. So when it vibrates, I get up and I walk around or I jog in place for 10 minutes or, at least make 250 steps. It's a reminder, it's a trigger. So get some visual cues or some audio reminders, or just take out those cell phones. They're good for more than just checking emails, and set some alarms or triggers to interrupt yourself throughout the day and help you with adopting your new habit. So you need a track, you need to know what you want, you need a trigger. And the third thing I want to share with you is you need a treat. Yeah, so I'm sure you all are happy to hear the treat part, right? You've got to reward your efforts, not just your performance, but reward the process, I've been saying that I'm not saying that if you were successful with the habit of, say, arriving to work 30 minutes earlier, let's say that was your habit, and you've been doing that. Now, all of a sudden, your reward is to come late next week. I mean, really? That would be counterproductive, wouldn't it? So create a reasonable reward system to pat yourself on the back, okay? So that you know that you want to keep on doing that habit. This will help you to develop at an unconscious level an association between the pleasure of the reward and, of course, the habit or the behavior that you want to keep doing. You begin to look forward to those positive consequences for performing the habit. And as we've discussed before in the previous videos, what gets rewarded gets repeated. All right? So get on track by having a compelling vision for what you want. Know the path that you need to take. All right? The second thing to get the habit moving is develop the right triggers to remind you to perform the habit. Everybody needs a little nudge every now and then. And thirdly, remember to reward your efforts with a treat once you've carried on the habit. My friends, you may find these days of habit formation rather uncomfortable and maybe even painful. Well, think about it. Life will always have pain, right? No pain, no gain. It'll have pain no matter what. We just need to decide whether we'll be experiencing the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. I would prefer the former. So let's jump on this bandwagon on making those successful habits so that the habits can in turn begin to make us. It is my hope that this video has challenged you to adopt some success habits. If it did, feel free to share it, tag a friend, and subscribe to our YouTube page, Proactive Skill Developers, to catch all our upcoming videos. Then take a few seconds and type a note on our page. We always appreciate hearing from you. In the meantime, let's choose to keep learning and growing, because what we learn becomes a part of who we are. And like Einstein said, once we stop learning, we start dying. So never stop learning because life, as you know, never stops teaching. Until next time, to your success.